Before you want to lead others, you need to have the ability to lead yourself properly. These are the things which make the positive difference at the beginning of your new leadership endeavor, as ensure you're not burning out and you're managing your own, your families, and your team's energy on the long run. And I also suggest to stick to the end, as I will share a big personal learning before I close. But before that, I need to explain the background to it, so stick around. Welcome back everyone to this week's episode of The Mammoth in the Room. Nicolas, CEO of Mammoth Leadership Sciences. If you had a chance to download the table of content of my book, The Mammoth in the Room, you might have noticed that I start the practical roadmap of the On People section with a chapter called Fix Yourself First. In this chapter, I'm talking about the fact that before you want to lead others, you need to have the ability to lead yourself properly. The chapter discusses a few aspects, from keeping the balance to the sometimes very exhausting business demands through hobbies, time with family. But it also speaks about the fact that in leadership, everything is about the team, not yourself. And that being kind to your people goes a very, very long way in building on to the trust which you will be given when you start in a new leadership role. But there is also another aspect which we must not forget, and this is managing your own energy. Basically, to live healthy, to stay healthy, and to have the endurance, mental nimbleness, and staying power to be the very best version of yourself when you are in these endless meetings, endless car drives, endless presentations, endless customer interactions, conferences, etc., etc. You can fill in the blank after endless. Everything applies. And today, I thought I will also speak about it because it's often overlooked. And what I will not do is share workout regimens, and I will also not give you nutritional tips. What I will, however, talk about is the physical aspect of demanding leadership roles, and actually, if you ask me, they apply probably to any professional situations which are demanding physically and mentally. But we want to focus on the leadership aspect of it, because if you pay attention to it, you also might be able to become or be a role model to your teams. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about becoming a professional athlete or OCD, whatever you eat. No, it's just the basics we want to mention. And of course, as we always do, we will highlight recent scientific findings that underscore the significance of a certain level of physical fitness and balanced nutrition in achieving superior job performance. And I also suggest to stick to the end, as I will share a big personal learning before I close. But before that, I need to explain the background to it, so stick around. And again, before we begin, make sure to subscribe and follow our podcast for deeper dives into the science of leadership. Give us some reviews on the YouTube channel, wherever you get your audio podcast from. So let's dive in. Starting a new leadership position is both an exhilarating and demanding experience. We talked about this. It requires a fresh perspective, strategic thinking, and the ability to inspire and guide a team. It encompasses physical, mental, and emotional well-being, all of which are crucial for sustained high performance. I call this energy management. And this goes way beyond mere time management. Energy management is about optimizing your physical, mental, and emotional resources to maintain peak performance. Now, time from a day-to-day perspective is finite, right? I mean, the day has just 24 hours, and when you subtract time for sleep, family, your outside family social lives, etc., sports, hobbies, there is only a certain number of hours available for work. And at that time, these hours, you need to be at your performing best. And the tip from my fellow compatriot, big Arnold Schwarzenegger actually, if I pronounce him correctly in Austria, who grew up only 5 kilometers from where I grew up. That tip about, he said once, if you need more sleep than 6 hours, I suggest to sleep a little faster. That is not the solution. Although I love him, but that's not the solution. So now, while time per day is finite, energy can be replenished through intentional practices. Leaders who effectively manage their energy are more resilient, more focused, and better able to handle the pressure of their role. A well-cited framework for understanding energy management comes from Tony Schwartz and Catherine McCarthy, who in their Harvard Business Review article, Manage Your Energy, Not Your Time, argue that leaders must focus on 4 key energy dimensions: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Each of these dimensions requires different strategies for replenishment, and neglecting any one of them can lead to suboptimal performance. Let's look at some of the science behind physical fitness and leadership performance. Recent scientific research has increasingly shown the direct correlation between physical fitness and leadership effectiveness. A study which we are referencing in the show notes, it's published in Frontiers in Psychology, and we have the link from the National Library of Medicine, highlights the positive impact of regular physical exercise on cognitive function and stress resilience. There is also scientific evidence that leaders who engage in regular aerobic exercise, such as running or cycling, exhibit improved decision-making capabilities, better emotional regulation, and enhanced problem-solving skills. Physical fitness contributes to leadership performance in several ways. Enhanced cognitive function. Regular exercise increases blood flow to the brain, promoting neurogenesis and improving overall brain function. This enhancement is crucial for leaders who need to think strategically and make quick, informed decisions. Stress reduction. Exercise is one of the most effective ways to manage stress. Physical activity stimulates the production of endorphins, the body's natural mood lifters, and reduces levels of the stress hormone cortisol. This biochemical response helps leaders maintain a calm and focused demeanor, even in high-pressure situations. Increased energy levels. Regular physical activity boosts overall energy levels by improving cardiovascular efficiency and muscle strength. Leaders who are physically fit are less likely to experience fatigue and more likely to sustain high levels of productivity throughout the day. Emotional resilience. Research shows that physically active leaders are better equipped to handle emotional challenges. This resilience enables leaders to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics and maintain a positive work environment. Then, let's talk a bit about the role of nutrition in leadership success. Nutrition plays a critical role in energy management and leadership performance. The food we consume directly impacts our cognitive function, mood, and energy levels. A balanced diet that includes a variety of nutrients is essential for maintaining the physical and mental stamina required for effective leadership. Some studies have examined the relationship between diet quality and cognitive performance in business leaders. The researchers found that leaders who consumed a diet rich in fruits, veggies, whole grains, and lean proteins exhibit better cognitive performance, particularly in areas such as memory, attention, and problem solving. And again, we have some very interesting publications in the show notes. Key nutritional strategies for leaders include maintaining stable blood sugar levels. Consuming a diet that is rich in complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, and healthy fats helps stabilize blood sugar levels, which in turn prevents energy crashes and enhances focus. Avoiding excessive sugar and refined carbohydrates is crucial, as these can lead to rapid spikes and drops in blood sugar, resulting in fatigue and impaired cognitive function. Then, supporting brain health. Nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and B vitamins are particularly important for brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish and flax seeds have been shown to support cognitive function and reduce inflammation. Antioxidants found in fruits and vegetables protect the brain from oxidative stress and support mental clarity. Then let's talk about hydration. Ever been in a situation to being thirsty and intending to grab a glass of water, and then you tell yourself, okay, I just finished this email and before the next call I get up for a drink, and then 3 meetings later, 3 hours later, you find yourself still thirsty because one thing led to the other? Sounds familiar? Well, it happens to me all the time. Staying hydrated is often overlooked, but it is essential for maintaining energy levels and cognitive functions. Dehydration, even at mild levels, can impair concentration, reduce alertness, and cause headaches, all of which can detract from a leader's performance. I think, in summary, we can agree and we can trust science. Managing your energy is important. So here are some practical steps to manage your energy. First, prioritize exercise. Make physical activity a non-negotiable part of your schedule. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise per week, as recommended by the World Health Organization. This could include activities such as walking, running, swimming, or cycling. And keep track of your activities. And a watch like this one helps. It tells me exactly the minutes I spend on my bike or running or whatever I do. And it actually sometimes gives me a bad conscience, but that's good and that's intentional. Adopt a balanced diet. Focus on a diet rich in whole foods, including plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Consider consulting with a nutritionist to create a personalized meal plan that supports your energy needs. Practice mindfulness and relaxation. Incorporate stress management techniques such as meditation, deep breathing exercise, or yoga into your routine. These practices help reduce stress and promote emotional resilience. Get adequate sleep. Ensure that you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Sleep is critical for physical recovery, mental clarity, and emotional regulation. And then, again, as a tip, stay hydrated. Make it a habit to drink water throughout the day. Carry a water bottle with you and set reminders to stay hydrated. I love how one of my coworkers does it. She carries around a huge bottle of water. I mean, a really huge one. And on that bottle, there are marks for every hour of the day. That means that, for instance, at 3 p.m., the water level should have gone down to that certain mark. According to her, if she does not drink according to that bottle, she has a bad conscience. The bottle literally makes her drinking the amount she's supposed to drink per day. Yes. So in summary, the scientific evidence is clear. Leaders who invest in their physical and mental well-being are better equipped to meet the demands of their role and lead their teams to success. I had the opportunity to jump roles within companies, between countries and cultures and languages. In some instances, I literally encountered the big three of role changes. What are the big three? The big three means changing companies, cultures means countries, and languages at the same time. You know what that did with me early in my career? It led to stress. Stress from morning till evening, 24/7. Forget Saturdays and Sundays. I was under stress. Simply because I was chased by my own ideas, my own pressure, my own urge to figure things out. Because I thought I needed to get a quick win, a quick great decision no one else had ever thought about in order to show myself and everyone else how good I was. In fact, to show myself how good I am or was. And that led to decisions on my personal well-being, which were not so great. Skipping a workout, skipping a meal, cutting time with family short, etc., etc. In hindsight, all of that was wrong. BS decisions. Over the years, I learned one thing, and that is my tip I want to leave you with before we close. When you start a new role, it is not the extra hour put in for your work every day, the extra weekend data crunch, the additional meeting on a Friday afternoon with your team to still sort things out before the weekend, the email flying over the weekend, the Monday morning 7 o'clock meeting with your team members who then struggle with their kids' school routine in order to make a positive difference to your new endeavor. It is not that. But do you know what does make that positive difference? The moments when you are not skipping your exercise, not skipping a meal or eating the wrong stuff, not changing your rhythm of life for additional work, not excusing yourself from a family event on the weekend because of work, not asking your spouse to get your kids to school because you have such an important meeting which you haven't set up yourself, not chasing perfect from the get-go because it doesn't have to be. In summary, the moments of normality and calmness, the trust in yourself, you'll figure things out, the license you give yourself to not be perfect. That makes a difference. These are the things which make the positive difference at the beginning of your new leadership endeavor, as ensure you're not burning out and you're managing your own, your family's, and your team's energy on the long run. Business is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So don't burn your energy in the first 100 meters. All right, thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share with anyone who's passionate about leadership. And lastly, if you're interested in more, you can order my book. It has the same title as this podcast, The Mammoth in the Room. It offers a practical roadmap how great leaders and their teams embrace evolutionary truths for outstanding business results. And it does it in 3 sections: on people, on strategy, and on implementation. Thank you very much. Nicolas, The Mammoth in the Room.